Little night walk for y'all. Yeah, I gotta hit the hay as soon as I get in, because I have to start work early tomorrow morning and end late. If I only can reach a certain max, like $300, yeah, I'm hoping the other job can get back to me so I can make up for what I don't make. If I can just make $600 and eventually, and maybe get like one more little job like this, and I don't care if I have to work 15 fucking hours a day. I will do what I gotta do to get that car, pay back my dad, and get some money in my pocket. But this is where I didn't grow up around here, but I've always walked. So we call this, I'm walking from Fern Rock. This is the Fern Rock section, Fern Rock area. I've lived here going on 22 years. Moved here in this area around 2003 of May. I was 8. And a lot of things have changed. We used to get haircuts around here. They were a bad barbershop. They were always fucking late. They were never on time. When I would hear the trains, the sound of like a train horn, I would hear that shit from like my house. Like, I don't know about y'all, but if you grew up in a city where there's a lot of trains or like railroads, do you hear like the sound of trains when you're in your bed or when you're at like wherever you are? 'Cause I hear that shit. Like, I hear the sound of a train. It'll just like, it'll disseminate all the way through here to like my neighborhood, and I'll hear that shit. But I grew up around here. It's just changed a lot. Like, it got a little violent, a little bad around 2013, because this was so they consider this part of Philadelphia. This is called Koreatown in the 80s. See, the Koreans, when you have like New York and Philly, it's a lot of diversity, and you can't mix up your ethnic groups. So you have Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese. Cambodians stay in South Philly. Chinese stay in Chinatown. Koreans stay up here in Koreatown. But see, blacks came up here when I did, and now it's like they didn't move, but they own all the businesses around here. But I don't know. I haven't been to New York. Like, I haven't worked there before. Like, I worked in Florida. But like I said, I'm pretty sure New York is the same way. Every group has their own little paradise. Like, they don't really call, we don't really have like a little Africa. It's more like Brooklyn is for the Caribbeans, Jamaicans, people from the islands. Africans are like South Philly. Italians are South Philly. Southwest is for the Africans. Italians are South Philly. And the thing about South Philly is there's not a lot of fast food, because it's mostly family-owned stores. See, they're not going to eat a lot of that garbage. Like McDonald's, Burger King, they have them, but it's mostly pizza parlors and Italian restaurants. Same thing with the Asians, the Cambodians, Vietnamese. There's no Chinese, or it's not like a lot of Chinese or Koreans. It's mostly Cambodians and Vietnamese people. And these are areas I don't frequent, because I'm not Cambodian, I'm not Asian, I'm not Italian. So I don't know these streets very well. This is where I know the most. And still don't see no bus. I don't know what time that shit's coming, to be honest. But I don't see the bus coming. This isn't where I grew up, guys. This is the Fern Rock section. If you look up Fern Rock, it's a few shootings that happen in the area. Like I said, I've been here for 3 years. I stayed away from here for 3 fucking years. And I've learned to not be such a coward, because one thing about my traveling, it called me to be a little more tougher. Don't be so quick to run from things, especially when it's not that serious. I mean, the violence that was going on here, okay, that was life-threatening, but don't be so quick to run away from your problems. I remember I was trying to get this job in Alaska. This is during the riots. I mentioned the riots today during the community post. And I never got the job, and I'm glad I didn't get the job, because I heard a lot of bad stories of like how those jobs, like working in power in like those plants in Alaska, they really suck. But somebody was saying over the phone, remember he was telling me, if you are only doing this job to escape something, like he was saying, oh, don't take this job if you're trying to escape your problems. I'm like, bro, most jobs that people do like this, people are trying to run away from something. It's like